Welcome to Knowledge Quest. I'm Miss Ashley, and today we're going to be making a really special experiment since it is officially fall. We're going to be making a fun slime using one of my favorite fall plants, a pumpkin. Now, to make this slime, you're going to need a few ingredients. You'll need your pumpkin, you'll need 5 ounces of clear school glue, you'll need baking soda, water, contact solution that contains boric acid. You're going to want to make sure and read the ingredients and make sure it says boric acid in there. You're also going to need a mixing bowl, a spoon, and some measuring spoons. Now, the first step to make our slime is to have a grown-up cut the top of our pumpkin. I'm going to go cut mine and I'll be right back. Now that we've cut the top of our pumpkin, we're going to get started making our slime. First, we're going to measure out 1 tablespoon of water, and we're going to put it in our mixing bowl. Next, we're going to take our glue and we're going to measure out 5 ounces. And we're just going to pour that right into our mixing bowl. Alrighty. Now, you guessed it, we're going to mix it all together. Once your glue and your water are mixed together, we're going to go ahead and add in our pumpkin. So we're going to take the top off of our pumpkin, and we're going to take about a half a cup from the inside of the pumpkin using the seeds and the pulp. And we're just going to add that right on in. Nice and gooey. Alrighty. Okay, and now we have that pumpkin in there. What do you think we're going to do? We're going to mix it. That's right. You're going to want to make sure you mix it all the way in. Getting the pumpkin mixed in can take some time, but just keep mixing. All right, once it's all mixed together, we're going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And you guessed it, we're going to mix that on up. Okay, now that the baking soda is mixed in, we're going to add our last ingredient. We're going to add our contact lens solution. Now this contact solution acts as an activator. Our glue that we used had polymers in it, and this, combined with our baking soda, is going to transform that glue into the slime that we're looking for. So we're going to measure out about 1.5 tablespoons of this contact solution. And we're going to mix it. Now our contact solution has boric acid in it, and when it combines with the baking soda, that turns into borate. That borate is a cross-linking agent that makes those polymers from the glue link together and get that chemical property change that turns into slime. Now, if 1.5 tablespoons wasn't enough to get the slime texture you're looking for, go ahead and add a little bit more contact solution. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, mine's still a little too sticky. So I'm going to add a tiny bit more contact solution. There we go. And you can also knead it with your hands to see if it'll thicken up a little bit too. And you'll just keep doing this until you get the texture that you want. Now, slime is also a non-Newtonian fluid, and this means that it kind of has properties of a solid and a liquid, and it changes its viscosity or its thickness depending on how much pressure is applied to it. So once you have your slime together, go ahead and try and pull it apart really quickly, and let's see what happens. We lost some pumpkin seeds and it tore apart. Now let's put it back together and see what happens if we try and pull it apart slowly. It stretches, and that's because it's a non-Newtonian fluid. All right, while you guys play with your slime, why don't we read a book about a pumpkin that could make a lot of slime. How Big Could Your Pumpkin Grow by Wendell Miner. At the pumpkin farm, we picked the perfect pumpkin. Some are little, some are big, and some are giant. Giant pumpkin festivals are tons of fun. Will the biggest pumpkin set a world record? Wow! What can you do with an enormous pumpkin? Carve it into a boat and race the regatta. Row, row, row your pumpkin. The legendary Paul Bunyan and his blue ox Babe were giants too. They liked to think big. If they gave you giant pumpkin seeds, how big could your pumpkin grow? Would it rise as high as hot air balloons at the Fall Fiesta Fair? Or beam as bright as the lighthouse at the beach? Your gigantic pumpkin could glow like the skyscrapers. But watch out, horns will honk on the bridge when it blocks traffic. Beep, beep. They do things big in Texas. Would your giant pumpkin be a boss in a jumbo cowboy hat? Would your stupendous pumpkin make a super splash atop a towering waterfall? 3, 2, 1, blast off! Wouldn't your astronomical pumpkin smile to see a rocket zoom into space? Could the most colossal pumpkin fill the Grand Canyon? Who knows? Isn't it fun to imagine giant pumpkins everywhere you go? The end. Now, while you play with your pumpkin slime, some things I like to do are try to count the number of pumpkin seeds in my slime. Or I like to try to spell letters and words using my slime. And don't forget, since it's made with real pumpkin, if you want to save it, you can save it for a few days in your refrigerator. And it's not edible, even though there's pumpkin in it. Have fun playing with your slime. I better go clean all this up. Bye!